orange one side and pistachio the other side. Okay? Enjoy. Checco, brava, checco. Checco.
Yeah, like Pinocchio.
Yes, because
Le Docce 1935. What? You laughing at my Italian?
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment.
or palates. Okay? These are vegetarians and it's fried. So it's a good news. My grandmother used to tell me that tutto fritto è meglio nella vita. Everything fried is better in life. And I agree with my grandmother. Okay? So take a napkin and then be my guest. Feel free. Don't fight. St. Peter's and Paul celebration is our patron. Like St. Henry in Scotland, St. George in England. Two patrons of Rome, the fathers of the Christianity, before pizza in Rome. So there is no sense eating a supplì and not eat pizza later in Rome. It's a rule. Okay? Second fun fact: supplì is not a Roman word. It's not an Italian word. Guys, by the way, food is nothing to put in the mouth in Italy. Something more, something else. There is something behind the food in Italy. We have an elegant culture. Even food there is not something to put in the mouth. It's something else. There are legends, stories, history behind even a supplì. And which is the story behind supplì? Supplì is a French word. Don't worry. It's an Italian food, it's a Roman food, authentic, original. We hate French people in Italy. Who doesn't hate French? Come on, I speak with English. Who doesn't hate French? With English people, we are competitors, but we respect English people. Okay? We don't respect the French people. They are very arrogant, come on. They don't want to speak English. Am I correct? Correct. We don't like doesn't hate French in Europe, come on. So, but the word is French, why? Because according to the legend, 200 years ago, Napoleon and French soldiers conquered Rome. And according to, that's why maybe because we hate French. And according to legend, French soldiers and Napoleon too fell in love with these weird croquettes. And they started to call them surprise, 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 oh voilà. What does it mean, surprise? Surprise, it means surprise in English. And the surprise was the mozzarella melted inside. So try to figure it out, try to imagine French soldiers who used to say, oh, surprise, when they opened the croquette.
We're on a food tour this morning, tasting food in two different sections of Rome.
By the survivors of the Shoah. 4 best students from Heavy High School in Rome. They were, yes, I was one of the best. Now we do like this. My mother is like, oh, yes, my mother is like, why you do like this? You were one of the best students of my high school. I don't care, I love staying with tourists. So I had the opportunity to go to Auschwitz because the municipality of Rome I did not pay nothing for this school trip. It was a school trip paid by the municipality of Rome. And I met the Jewish community of Rome and the Jewish survivors from this district. So my life changed. And today I'm going to share with you my knowledge and my experience about this district. Okay? So let's go. Let's approaching this a city inside the city. Okay, we say in Rome, it's a city inside the city, the Jewish Ghetto.
Whoa.
We don't care about our nation, but when we play in the Euros and the World Cup, we can sort of the rest of the year we don't care. Rome is the oldest Jewish community in the whole world. Why? Because Rome used to be the capital of the world. Rome used to be like New York City or London, melting pot, 2,000 years ago, the first capital of the world. It means that 2,000 years ago, millions and millions of immigrants from all around the empire, from UK, from Palestine, from Africa, they started to come here in Rome as immigrants, seeking better life conditions, okay, seeking opportunities. But all of these communities were forced to live not here, but beyond the river, in Trastevere, because the river used to be the border of the city. Rome was protected by walls and by the river. The river used to be the border of the city. So all of the Jews, outcasts of the city, they were forced to live on the other side of the river. So it was when the first Jewish community in Rome, until Middle Age. In the Middle Age, it's happened something very important in the history of Europe. Catholic kings of Spain conquered Spain against Arabs, Muslims. And guess what? Jews used to live well under the Muslim domination in Spain. They were Sephardi, you know, Sephardi. When Catholic kings of Spain conquered Spain, they decided to expel all of the Jews from Spain. And millions of Jews, Sephardi Jews, came here in Italy and in Rome. This was a problem, because the Jewish population of Rome grew up suddenly. This was a problem because this was the worst place in the world to be a Jew. Why? Because this is the headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church. And according to the Church, Jews are the worst enemy to fight with. Why? Because according to the Bible, Jews killed Jesus.
Hung them up.
Yes, bravo. And the Jews refused to convert to Christian religion for centuries and centuries. So Jews are the worst enemy to fight with. And at the end of the 16th century, not Hitler, not Nazis, but the Pope of Rome in person decided to close all of the Jews of Rome on this side of the river, to move all of the Jews from Trastevere here and to close all of the Jewish community in this closed district. Closed by walls, gates, entrances, curfew. All of the Jews were forced to wear the Star of David sign on the arm, like in Germany during World War II, but 400 years before in Rome. So guys, I want to be honest with my ancestors. Rome was the worst place, the most anti-Semitic place in the world for centuries and centuries. Okay? This was the worst place to be a Jew. Did you hear the... You know this? You don't know this? No? Why? Did you hear that shoot? Yeah. We are not in war, don't worry. There is a tradition in Rome. Rome is one of the oldest cities in the world, and traditions are very, very hard to destroy in Rome. 400 years ago, there were no clocks, no watches. It was difficult to mark the time 400 years ago. So the Pope created a way to mark the time in Rome. There is a cannon on the Gianicolo's Hill up to Trastevere, and every day at noon, this cannon shoot a cannon, okay, to mark the time, because there were no watches, there were no clocks, and the clocks used to be the bells of the churches, and in fact, you heard the bells ringing now. So according to the tradition, every day since 400 years, a cannon shooting from Gianicolo's Hill, and all of the bells rings. All of the bells ring in the churches. Grazie. In Rome, okay, to mark the time. It's a tradition. So, by the way, I told you that the Pope closed all of the Jews here in these blocks, this small district, until 1870. Again, 1870. For centuries and centuries, Jews were forced to live here as mouses, as rats. Here, they were forced to not leave the district. So in this prison, they were forced to live as prisoners in a big prison open air. In these centuries, it was born here a new kind of culture, mixing the former Roman older culture and the new Jewish kosher culture. And we are in Rome. So culture, it means food too. And it was born also a new kind of cuisine. I told you that we are going to taste Roman cuisine, but actually we are going to taste two cuisines today. The Roman cuisine and the Jewish Roman cuisine, la cucina giudaico-romanesca. Cucina giudaico-romanesca, you can read the name. And the symbol, the most important food coming from this Jewish Roman cuisine is one. The carciofo alla giudia, the artichoke in the Jewish way. Approach. This tour, because most of the time you come here in Rome, you go in a restaurant, shitty restaurants for tourists. Yes, I love that. And you eat carbonara, amatriciana, cassi, pipi, cacio e pepe. But you avoid this. Maybe you read on the menu, carciofo alla giudia, artichoke in the Jewish way, and you avoid it. Because, okay, I'm afraid of this, I don't want to taste it. Actually, this is Roman food. This is the original Roman food. When we go in a restaurant, Romans, I don't order a carbonara. I don't order an amatriciana because I can cook in my home a good carbonara. I order this because this is a very good, difficult food to prepare in your home. And it is very, very Roman, very original, very authentic. Even if you don't like artichokes, guys, please, do you like artichokes? No, you don't like artichokes.
I don't know.
But I love this. I don't like artichokes in the Roman way, boiled with herbs and olive oil, because it's very boring to eat leaf by leaf, and my mother used to force me when I was a child. Yes, like you. But I love this because it's anointed, it's fried, it's better.
Sorry, now you got it.
Well, Anne, here you are, trying the artichoke. What do you think?
It's like potato chips.
Okay.
Guys, this is not just a food. This is the sign of the
Crunchy.
of the Jewish people for centuries and centuries. Because for centuries and centuries, Jews were forced to have these street food tours, guys. Because you are able, maybe you don't eat so much, but you are able to understand the importance and the meaning of this food. Okay? So guys, I told you that for centuries and centuries, until 1870, Jews were forced to live here as prisoners in a big prison. After 1870, the new municipality of Rome decided to change everything. The Pope was defeated, finally, and the new municipality of Rome decided to clean everything here, to open these streets, and to give to the Jews 2 gifts to say sorry for the segregation of these centuries. There is elementary, middle school until high school. All of the Jews in Rome must attend this school. They can study Hebrew and religious stuff. The second gift was the temple, the synagogue, which is the second biggest synagogue in all Europe, guys. After the synagogue of Moscow, Russia. It's up to you if you consider Russia Europe or not. We can say that this is the. We can say that it's the biggest synagogue in whole Europe. Look at these guys. One of the most beautiful building in Rome, and one of the most recent building of Rome, guys. This building is just 140 years old. Come on. This building will be one of the oldest building in Arizona.
Oh yeah.
After a great.
It's square.
Square shaped. It's square shaped, bravo. It's not rounded, it's not circular. Why? Because Jews wanted it to be different than us, than Catholics. And they wanted a different dome. And still today you can see this dome everywhere. The sky, if you can see the skyline of Rome, this dome is very high. Okay. So, there was a bomb, an attack against Jews in 1982, when my father was young. And on that attack, right here, while the Jews were getting out from the synagogue, just one victim, no man, no woman, a child, 2 years old, Guy Tashet. And this olive tree, it's a commemoration tree, reminding the memory of this child who died in 1982, right on that point. Guys, these golden cobblestones are the burial stones that these people cannot have anymore because their body were burnt in Auschwitz. And thanks to these stones, we can understand the stories of the victims of the Holocaust, of the Shoah. And these victims used to live here. So the concept is reminding the victims where they used to live. So these people were taken from this door. So I try to imagine Nazi soldiers knocking, destroying this door, taking away these people because they were Jews. And here we can read the name, the stories of these people. For example, qui abitava, here used to live Isacco Sonnino. Isacco means Isaac. Isaac Sonnino, born in 1883, arrested October 16 in 1943, as I told you, deported, Auschwitz, killed in October 23, 1943. So this man died just 7 days after the deportation, after October 16. So guys, these stones, these golden cobblestones are very important to take the memory, to keep the memory alive. Be one of the most important hills of Rome. On top of that hill, there was the headquarters of the Roman religion, and during Middle Age, it was one the municipality of Rome, the city hall of Rome. Still today, our city hall is over there, on top of that hill. So it used to be one of the most important of the 7 hills of Rome. Do you know? To understand our common roots. We belong to Rome, guys. I don't say that Rome is my city. Rome is not my city, it's our city. It's a public heritage. This is the birthplace of us all. This is the birthplace of Western civilization, and here you can understand our common roots. Okay? So let's cross the river now. Follow. Third floor, third window, last floor from the left. I was born there. This is my birthplace because this is an hospital. This hospital opened in 1564. Quite good. In America there was not. Even in UK. No, UK not. Yeah, in America there was not. No, sorry. That's why it's very important. This is my birthplace. Because maybe Rome was here. What's here? What do you know? So yes, Romulus and Remus. According to legend, Romulus and Remus, two twins, two children, were found by a she-wolf floating on the river with in a basket. And according to legend, this she-wolf gave them her milk. Romulus and Remus grew up, and then Romulus killed Remus, and Romulus founded Rome on Palatine Hill. That is beyond that bell tower.
Yeah.
And beyond that bell tower, according to the legend, the she-wolf found two twins, two children, cured. A place where you can cross the river without bridges, because on that point the river is not so deep. Okay? So maybe thanks to this ford that used to be here 3,000 years ago, ancient Romans were able to live on the river, to cross the river, to trade. Thanks to this ford. And guess what? The word ford in Latin is rumen. So maybe Roma, comes from rumen, comes from the ford. It would mean just. This fort became, after, centuries later, this island. And I was born here, so I am roaming person.
Via della Lungaretta, la carta. Stanno sulle coste africane.
we ate supplì before. So now it's time to eat what? Pizza. You are learning. Let's go. In the morning, the Trastevere is dead. No one. It's the nightlife.
Le he dicho que era en la escuela.
Once he told me that yeah. We call them Nasoni. It's a brand. You know what does it mean, Nasoni?
No.
Naso? No. Bravo. Because of the shape of the fountain. It reminds Naso. No. Nasoni. And I remember there are thousands and thousands of these public fountains all around the city.
One thing to know is don't stand in
Bravo, bravo. I'm going to show you the way.
Everybody move.
Please. Look here. And so there are thousands and thousands of these cities. Guys, I traveled a lot in my life. I traveled in Southeast Asia, Middle East, all around Europe, in America. Never I have seen a city like Rome that offers to you fresh, good water for free, everywhere, running all the time. In Rome, nobody's thirsty. You can buy once a plastic bottle of water, you can refill it, because they are everywhere. There is also a QR code here. You can scan the QR code looking for all of the fountains, like charging stations of Tesla. And I remember when I was a child, my mother used to tell me, please Daniel, don't drink like dogs. Don't drink like dogs, like this.
Do you drink like
And
a dog?
don't drink like Americans.
Oh, no.
Very ridiculous. Drink like a Roman. Drink like a real Roman. Just one moment. It's funny for you. Like this.
Yeah.
That's it. Sorry. One of the best pizza in town. This is not a pizza al taglio actually, this is a bakery. Forno, we say, forno. Oven in English. Bakery. In fact, they make pizza, they make bread too, pastries, all of this stuff. We're going to taste two different flavors, two different kind of pizzas. The first one is the most famous one, margherita. Most famous one. The second one is the tastiest one, according to me, the best one. Less famous, but best, better, is marinara. 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 Can I say this? Marinara, yes. Marinara. Pronounce every vowel. Every fucking vowel. Marinara. Marinara. I think is the best. Is the tastiest one.
Spinach?
What?
Spinach is the third one?
No, just two.
Just two.
Margherita and marinara.
Okay.
We are going to start from margherita because it's not best. We're going to finish with the best one, marinara, according to be honest. So, first of all, I'll show you something. Okay, so this is the Neapolitan one. This is Neapolitan pizza, the original one. I told you that pizza was created in Naples, not in Rome, more than 100 years ago. So let's see, this is the Neapolitan one. If you go to Naples, by the way...
9 pezzi devo farvi?
Come?
9 pezzi?
9, sì, grazie. Grazie. Sì, sì. Go to Naples, by the way. Have you ever been to Naples?
Yeah.
It's wild.
Very.
No rules. It's outlaw. It's an outlaw city. Go to Naples, by the way, because I told you that we are going to taste Roman cuisine, but I did not tell you that Roman cuisine is the best in Italy, to be honest. Best Italian cuisine is the Sicilian one. Sicilian. Naples, Neapolitan cuisine, and according to me, Bologna, northern Italy. Okay, Bologna. Do you know Bologna? Not far from Milan. So, go to Naples because the food is incredible. And Neapolitan people, they are crazy. Yes, they don't have roots, but they are genius in food. And they created pizza more than 100 years ago. Why? First of all, I want to say that the difference is, as you can see, is the Neapolitan one is very different than us. It's rounded, circular. It's very soft, fluffy, big crusts, thick crusts. In Rome we prefer crunchiness. We love crispy pizza. In fact, oh grazie. In fact, in Naples they insult us. They say that we eat biscotto, the biscuits, because our pizza is crunchy, it's crispier, and it's more thick than the Neapolitan. So guys, let's start from Margherita, the most famous pizza. Okay? Go on. Okay, so guys, we are in front of one of the... One second. Yes, because...
Le Dossier, 1935. What? You laughing at my Italian?
Let's see. Better.
That's good. Okay, why Checco? Because in Italian we don't have the K letter in our alphabet. So we have to create the K sound joining C and H. Do you know Spanish? Do you speak Spanish? In Spanish they join. They come from Sicily, they were born in Sicily 1,000 years ago. What's canoli? It's a fried sweet pasta. It is fried sweet pasta, because for us this is pasta. Fried, deep fried, filled with ricotta cheese. Do you know ricotta cheese? The curd. Am I correct in English? Pronounce it? Curd. Sorry. Curd. Orange one side and pistachio the other side. Okay? Enjoy.
Okay, I'm gonna take.
Domination of Sicily, because Sicily used to be ruled by Muslims, Arabs. There used to be a caliph in Sicily. Okay, caliph. And there was also a harem, a group of women loving the same man in the Arab tradition. And according to the legend, cannoli were created by the women of the harem as a gift to give to the lover, to the king, the caliph. And according to the legend, the shape of cannoli must remind something from the body of the... It's true, I mean, this is the legend. Once I couple from France, they say, oh, c'est petit, yes. Okay, let's go, please say no more. No? What?
German.
No, it's Italian. Yes, Gunther is a German name, and Gunther is the name of the founder of this gelateria. Actually, he is Italian, he speaks Italian, but he comes from Südtirol. Maybe you know this, Südtirol, South Tyrol. It's a region, Dolomits, do you know Dolomits? northern Italy, where people speak German and Italian, like in Quebec, Canada, where people speak French and English, but actually they speak French. Even in South Europe, they speak German. Okay, and in Turkey he speaks Italian, but he speaks a broken Italian, terrible Italian. He used to be a ski teacher in the mountains, but he fell in love with a Roman woman. And he decided to move to Rome following the love to this new activity. Okay? And he made a good choice because today is one of the best gelato you can find in the city center. Not the best gelato you can find, the best you can find in the city.
Well, my dips are chocolate, milk chocolate. Yummy.